April 3rd, 2026.
The jet is struck by evade!
The jet is struck. Both crew members eject safely. One is rescued. The search for the second continues.
2 U.S. military helicopters involved in the search and rescue effort were also struck by Iranian fire, though the crew members were unharmed. Iran broadcast an on-screen crawl.
This morning, the desperate search for a U.S. aviator missing in Iran is in its second day, after their two-seater F-15 fighter jet was shot down behind enemy lines. The other crew member was rescued alive near the crash site in southern Iran on Friday. This video showing Iranian forces firing on U.S. helicopters during the dangerous rescue mission. 2 Blackhawks were hit, with crew members suffering minor injuries, a U.S. official says. An A-10 Warthog supporting the rescue was also struck, but its pilot ejected safely over Kuwait before it went down. Now the U.S. racing against Iran to recover the second aviator.
Got a classified aircraft shot down behind enemy line. Rangers are tasked with recon and rescue. 2 Blackhawks are going to carry you down to your drop zone deep into enemy territory. You'll then maneuver toward the downed aircraft's position. You need to destroy the aircraft so it doesn't fall into enemy hands. But we'll provide you extra C4.
Folks, I have to tell you, something incredible happened. Our brave American forces carried out a very daring rescue deep inside Iran. You wouldn't believe it. 2 of our transport planes went in to bring back a stranded airman, and they got stuck. They were trapped at a very remote location. Now, what do you do in a situation like that? Our commanders made a very smart decision. They completed the mission, and to protect our equipment and technology, they destroyed the disabled planes themselves. The airman, an incredible weapons officer from one of our F-15E Strike Eagles, he was out there for nearly 2 days alone, with very little, just enough to survive, using secure communications to stay in contact with his team. And let me tell you, hundreds of our special forces, our helicopters, our aircraft, our surveillance systems, they all moved in, perfectly coordinated, to bring him home safely. No Americans were harmed, and the airman is now safe and receiving care. Some reports from Iran tell a different story, but we know the truth. Our people are the best, and they carried out an extraordinary operation under very difficult conditions.
This is Israel's war. The worst possible case scenario is Iran says, okay, you humiliated us, you killed all of our leaders. We're going to go make this a regional mess and try to get as many people involved as possible. They're going to go after Americans, they're going to go after Saudis, they're going to go after everybody imaginable just to create a big mess and to try to draw the world into it. Here's where I stand and where the MAGA base stands. We do not want U.S. boots on the ground. We do not want American kinetic involvement. This is Israel's war.
Listen, there's nothing more dangerous than a desperate man. Trump says Iran got 48 hours to open up the Strait of Hormuz. If they don't, all hell will rain down. Pakistan like bullshit. If you hit Iran power supply, that is a fucking war crime, and something will be done about it. All the while Trump sitting there running his mouth, Iran like, hey man, we got some new toys. We got some new missiles, some new air defense. Anything to fly in our zone, we're able to knock it down. And we're going to introduce it to the fucking world pretty soon, which they did yesterday. I don't know who's dropping it off. China, North Korea, Russia, hell, maybe all 3 of them doing it. Dropping packages off at Iran front door stuff like Amazon, goddammit. Listen, Trump running around here saying some dangerous shit, saying that he going to knock those people back into the Stone Age. That right there will open up the door for something that the world ain't never seen. Because if you do that, who's to say one of these other countries won't launch nothing over here and knock our shit out or hit our power grid? Listen, folks, this war is getting very serious. And I'm going to tell you like I always tell you, you better start stacking up on your shit, man. You better start getting your water, your canned goods, your flashlights, your batteries, and everything, man. Because now the war is getting very petty. And people are getting, and what we seeing on the big stage, something can happen real fucking soon. Listen to what I'm telling you. Don't forget about these sleeper cells that's over here in the United States. Don't forget we got people over here ready to do some fucking damage, man. Don't get so focused on that what's going on over there, thinking that you can't be touched. You're in World War III, folks. I guess some of y'all got to hear him say it out his mouth. It's there. Y'all stay up out there. Get it out the mud.
Because I'm running for the presidency. I'm here because I'm personally tired of seeing this great country of ours being ripped off.
But as far as Trump is concerned, our allies are only part of the problem. The real culprit is Iran.
Why couldn't we go in and take over some of their oil, which is along the sea?
How would you do that? Would you send in the Marines? Would you take a chance in the war?
Let them have Iran. You take their oil. That's what
How?
How?
I mean, do we want a war? What do we
go
mean,
in.
take their oil?
You go in. You're
How
gonna have
do
a
we
war,
go
Barbara.
in?
You're going to have a war by being weak.
Okay, how do we go in? What do we...
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You're going to have a war, and it's going to start in the Middle East.
What if the Soviet Union said, you do this to Iran, we're going to come in?
I don't believe they'd do it. The next time Iran attacks this country, go in and grab one of their big oil installations, and I mean grab it and keep it, and get back your losses, because this country has lost plenty because of Iran.
هلیکوپتر آمریکا هم نیرو نظامی هم یک دشت بزا به نازمت بزا
The Navy is gone. The Navy is gone. So they have no Air Force? They don't have an Air Force. Their anti-aircraft equipment is gone. Their anti-aircraft equipment. They have no radar. Their radar is entirely gone. Their radar is gone. Their Navy is gone. 24 ships in 3 days. We've knocked out 42 Navy ships, some of them very large, in 3 days. They have 32 ships. All 32 are at the bottom of the ocean. Sunk. It's on the bottom of the sea. It's almost 50 ships. I was just notified it's 51. The Navy is gone. It's all lying at the bottom of the ocean. 46 ships. Can you believe it?
Can you believe it?
April 4th. The clock just sped up. Trump has now given Iran 48 hours to make a deal or reopen the Strait of Hormuz, raising the pressure as the conflict enters another dangerous phase. At the same time, the strait is still only partially moving. Reuters says Iran is allowing vessels carrying essential goods to reach its ports, but the broader chokehold remains in place. The military picture is getting more unstable too. Iran says it hit an Israel-linked vessel in Hormuz, and state media says a new air defense system was used to target a U.S. fighter jet. So tonight's picture is simple. The deadline is shrinking, Hormuz is still the pressure point, and the risk of a much bigger escalation is growing.